Hello, good morning, everybody. This is Andrew Lau, Lowsutea Webinar. Hey, thank you for really spending the time attending our webinar. This is really good. We have people from all over the world, actually from Hawaii, United States, Canada, and also from Singapore, Hong Kong, Philippines, quite a bit of different people. That was wonderful, to get everybody to be really understand getting to know more about why I want to attend this webinar to help you lower your blood sugar. And as you know, why I actually created this webinar is because a lot of people say, hey, I've been trying to do, my lower weight and then something gets stuck. Somehow it no longer lower your weight. I'll tell you, lower weight is very important. It took me 2 years, drop from 225 all the way to now 195. 2 years, imagine that. And then I basically did about 1 pound a month, 1 pound a month. And then you got to go back and forth, go a little bit 1 pound and you come back, 2 pounds. So it's kind of like, back and forth. And even though I try very hard, I have to take care of my diet, exercise a lot. It takes a while, and actually it takes patience. But on the other hand, you know what? At the end of the day, when I got from 225 to 195, I feel healthier. I feel much better. I feel lighter. My knee doesn't hurt anymore. All sort of health benefit. Matter of fact, a lot of people tell me it is all sort of benefit if you can actually stick to your weight loss continuously. And my next target is 195 to 190. So it's kind of like 5 pound target, and then eventually you reach there, you get another 5 pound target. So that's how I did it. So it's so important that we know what you need to do, and it will work, but you have to be very patient. So a lot of the clients that I have, from all over the world, meaning that from Hawaii, from Philippines, from US, Canada, and also Hong Kong, they say, hey, is there a way we have to do it? So I said, okay, we'll create a webinar to help you better educate. I'm sure everybody asking the same questions, right? So that's why I'm here. And that's why we created this webinar. And I think it's going to benefit many, many different people, okay? 各位同學，我係 Andrew Lau 啊，我係Lowsutea 嘅創辦人啦，同埋即係 creator Lowsutea 啦。嗱，佢真係 work 喎，真係嗱推糖就真係 work 嘅，因為幫咗好多朋友咧，話翻俾你唔使打針啦，唔使食藥，食藥或者食少咗好多藥啦咁。OK， 咁其實點解我 construct 呢個lecture 咧，其實好特別嘅，因為我本身嚟講，我係2年前幾咧係225磅。咁但係當我係要降到係195咧，係剔咗2年時間，2年啦，你冇聽錯啊，2年。咁我大概1個月咧係減1磅，但係有陣時你知減1磅咧就升翻去，減1磅又落翻嚟咁嘅，即係1-2磅成日上去。咁其實呢個係正常嘅，但係好整完之後咧，我覺得係舒服晒，因為我腳咧，第一我膝頭哥唔痛啦，行得快啲啦，輕身好多啦，同埋佢係舒服咗好多啦。同埋咧，覺得自己健康咗好多，咁先重要啊！健康咗啊，即係個感覺上係真係 very good，OK。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，呢個嚟講，今日咧我講座咧係幫助你咧了解，喂點去降低你嘅磅數咧，同埋點解你會係要降低個磅數咁重要咧？咁今日咧係會講呢樣嘢嘅。So today our lectures is actually will give you a tremendous good, really good. Sort of insight how to keep your weight. So I'm going to share my screen now, and then from there you can able to get a better understanding what we do, and we'll start our lecture now. But we have a lot of people from all over the world. They are new people, so I would like to take about 5 to 10 minutes just to update them what we do and why blood sugar is so important. And so before I go to the 20 reasons why you're not losing weight, okay? So let me just repeat this. I know a lot of people say, hey, you repeated it many times, but I think that a lot of people also came back and say, your repetitive is good because it helped me to better remember, better understanding why your blood sugar is so important. As you know, diabetic is a chronic disease. You don't get well. You basically can control. It's a lifelong disease. Matter of fact, why is so important? Because it affects your entire body. What that means is it affects your eye, heart, brain, kidney, lung, chest, your heart, everywhere, your extremity. So it really affects. And later on, why I show you why it's so important, because it plucked up a lot of things. So you got to understand that. Now, to control that, you have to control your blood sugar. It's very simple, because it attacks entire body. And so you don't want to get yourself, because of the blood sugar is high, it creates a diabetic complication. So pre-diabetic is the same thing. You have the same issue, pre-diabetic diabetes. You want to make sure that it doesn't get all high and then eventually affect the entire body. So to do that, you have to basically control by diet. The lower blood sugar, control the diet. You have to control your exercise, your weight, and you got to make sure that you can measure blood sugar, because that's the only way you can tell whether you are really reaching that goals of lower your blood sugar. And also you got to change your lifestyle, meaning that your food has to be no longer white powder food, meaning that you're going to start eating a lot of things which is not white powder, like rice, potatoes, and cut off your soda water like Coke, and then juice, because it's so sweet, it's the same thing. And certainly if you can able to drink Lowsutea, that definitely help you, because Lowsutea definitely help you lower blood sugar. Now, there are 4 stages to actually increase your blood sugars, and everybody go through this 4 stage. So the first stage is actually your cholesterol, LDL, goes up. That's why a lot of doctors will measure your cholesterol first, and LDL goes up. When the LDL goes up, it will actually hamper or damaging your B cells. That is the insulin come out with the B cell. That B cell that takes sugar into the cell. If that damage, you have more insulin come out, it's not going to work. So you get to increase more insulin resistance. Your blood sugar goes up continually. When blood sugar goes up, and your blood becomes very thick. And that's what happened at this thing, because your blood sugar and cholesterol become thick. And that's where it causes the entire body vessel damage and create a long-term health complication for you, because the vessel will continue to be plaque with the plaques, and then your blood pressure start going up, and then eventually clog up things like your brain. You're going to start getting less circulation, your heart become plug up, that you get that heart attack, damage your kidney. All that is because of vessels are plugged up. Okay, so that is the major thing. So stage 2, you can see that very easily. This is the key problem coming up. Now your body, if you don't change your lifestyle, your blood sugar can go up and up and up, and then that your A1C will be from 5.7, which is the normal A1C, will go all the way to 6.4. Once you're over 6.4%, then you are diabetes. 6.5, you become a diabetic. The doctor will usually give you about, in 6 months to give you more chance to change the you reverse. If you don't, if you go to 7%, doctor definitely will come back and say you need to get drugs, and you are now permanent diabetes. Once you identify that, they cannot go back and say, sorry, you are not going to be diabetes. You'll be permanent record will be diabetes. That is basic what it does. So everybody go through that. 嗱，各位朋友，記住。糖尿病咧係一個一世嘅疾病，唔會好係只係得控制啫。如果控制，點解咁大問題咧？因為所有嘅血管咧係要慢慢塞落去，塞落去變咗之後咧，你就一身咧個腦啊、腎臟啊、心啊，全部都會影響，咁你就一個好大問題啦。咁其實咧，所以咧其實好重要咧，就係你真係要能夠控制你血糖。控制就點做啊？就一定要食物嘅控制啦，要做 exercise 啦、運動啦，要磅數降低啦，同埋咧就要度血糖。如果你唔度血糖，你唔知喺邊度嘅。咁所以咧聽書係好緊要啦，幫助你繼續了解咩叫糖尿病啦。咁就喺 diet 上好重要咧，就唔可以食即係好似飲可樂啊嗰啲咁東西咧，糖嘅juice 啊，唔好食嘅白色嘅粉啦，即係飯啊，要食好少，你可以食少飯，但好少，最好食紅米啊。買啲嗰啲米咧更加 fiber 多啲東西嘅，咁變咗咧其實最好就飲血糖茶，因為血糖真係可以幫到你降低血糖嘅。咁呢4步曲係點樣？第一個就係你有個 cholesterol， 你個膽固醇，再加埋你血糖，一路漲去嘅時候咧，個膽固醇就會將你個血糖嘅所謂嘅B cell 咧就影響嘅。咁個 B cell 影響咗之後弊家伙啦，因為 B cell 影響咗之後咧，你又會 end up 咧。就會少啲糖入到個血嗰個細胞裏邊啦，咁越整越多咧就拖叫 insulin resistant，咁最後咧一路落去嘅時候咧，咁你越多 糖同埋啲 cholesterol 加埋晒咧，血咧就會厚啦，咁就變咗呢個一個好大問題咧，就 form 咗好多血塊啲 plaques 喺血管度全身係咁收啊，咁呢個收落去嘅時候咧，咁啊弊家伙啦，因為咁樣之後咧，你就喺度落去咧，咁你血壓會上升，呢個第二個 stage 血壓會上升，咁但係呢個咧就會繼續想壞你啲血管啊，繼續因為你係咁塞落去啊嘛，咁然後咧，如果你個糖一路升上去咧，你嘅 A1C 咧就由5.7一路升到6.4，如果過6.4第四個 stage 咧，你就已經變咗係糖尿患病者。嗱，醫生 usually 咧俾2個機會你喺6個月咧，係咪蓋翻落翻去6.4以下？如果唔係一去咧7咧，佢俾藥食，你永遠糖尿患病者。呢個就全個人都係咁樣嘅。So why Lowsutea works? Because Lowsutea have two things: guava leaves and bitter melon. Guava will actually basically delay the sugar into the absorption into the vessels. So we just call it the blocking, but it's actually delay the absorption. So they don't get into the vessels; they will excrete through the fecal matter. And bitter melon basically is really unique. It increases the sensitivity of the insulin, so it will take the sugar into the cell. And a lot of people have took a lot of time to basically, even the high insulin resistance, with the drinking of Lowsutea, the blood sugar actually go down. The reason is because it increases the sensitivity. It's just like a booster to help the insulin to go into the cells. And also they dump the sugar out and the cholesterol out and the salt out through urine. Now, when that happens, real nice, your blood sugar go down, your cholesterol go down. And last, when the salt go down, your blood pressure go down. So 3 high will be going down. Isn't that wonderful? The only thing that this is not a drug, this is only a tea, is natural product. You drink, it works, okay? If you don't drink, so it won't work, okay? You have to drink enough, 6 cups a day, using 2 bags, and that is the common usage of Lowsutea. And we have so many people now drink Lowsutea, actually don't need to have insulin or have using less medication. If they are pre-diabetic, they actually convert it to the normal person. We have a lot of those. And so it really does work. And hopefully you don't get yourself into a diabetic situation. 嗱，各位朋友，其實去糖茶點樣咧？其實有2樣嘢嘅，佢即係番石榴葉啦，番石榴葉就 block 咗啲糖入去血管裏邊啦。第二樣咧就苦瓜啦，佢帶啲糖，好似胰島素咁，但係佢就係因為 increase 咗胰島素嘅 sensitivity 敏感性，咁將啲糖繼續帶落去細胞裏邊。咁仲有咧，如果 excess 多咗糖咧，點解掉咗喺尿道掉出嚟？佢仲有掉埋咩啊 ？cholesterol 咧、膽固醇咧，再掉埋鹽。咁你3樣嘢掉晒之後，當掉咗鹽之後咧，血壓就會降低，糖亦都會降低，膽固醇即係3高都會降低，咁啊真係好鬼 OK 喎。所以咧一定繼續飲啊！咁飲嘅係6杯茶最低限度，然後咧就飲2包嘅嚇，就咁呢個就係我哋basic 點解去糖茶 work 嗱。If you do not do anything, unfortunately, potential complication is extremely high because this is a lifelong disease. You won't get well. So you don't do it, what happens? You have increased the risk of stroke, diabetic glaucoma, your pancreas is not going to work, or you come up with a lot of insulin resistance. The worst that actually is heart attack because if you are continue to have a lot of blood sugar, they plug your coronary arteries, you have a chance at 40-60% of heart disease. Plus, the nerve damage will be extremely also very bad because what happens, you can't have the feel. On top of that, you're going to lose your memories. That's the thing. On top of that, you don't get feel. That a lot of things will damage your gut. You know, you have constipation. All those things are related. The whole body nerve damage is continue. Your blood pressure goes up. On top of the damage of vessels, and then with the nerve damage, you can feel that you might end up actually get amputated because infection, you can feel the pain and so forth. So diabetic nephropathy, you know, your kidney also being damaged, so you can end with dialysis. And 30% of the diabetic patients have no sex because they can't feel. So the sex also will be affected. Certainly people are pregnant, lady are pregnant who have also gestated diabetic, eventually they might become a diabetic. So all these things come along that you must start doing your lifestyle change to prevent this to happen. Because with this happen, you can reverse it, by the way. You cannot just say, my brain is all plucked up and later I will get better. it won't get better. Once you do it, it will get worse and worse and worse. You just need to stop at that point and won't get worse. If not, it will just continue to get worse. You don't change lifestyle. OK， 嗱，各位朋友，如果你高糖咧係帶好多併發症嘅，嗱會有一個中風嘅經驗啦，風險啦，仲有眼嘅青光眼啦、白內障啦，同埋盲啦，好多時睇唔到啦，仲有即係胰島素注射嘅時候咧。咪你胰島素咧係唔會 work 啦，好多胰島素都唔 work 嘅，咁就帶唔到糖入去啦，咁啊個胰臟會壞啦，40%至60% 嘅糖尿病病者會有心臟病，個原因就係塞咗你啲心管血管啊。咁變咗嚟講咧，就呢個亦都係一個好大問題。如果你心唔 work 嘅時候咧，咁你就玩完㗎咯喎，係咪？咁仲有啦，神經系統損壞會 affect 你嘅肚啦 ，affect 你成個腦嘅神經啦、系統啦，你冇感覺啦，血壓高啦，同埋咧仲有要斬咗個支，因為啲血液唔循環咧，嗰個地方壞落去，壞你醫唔好佢就斬咗佢，你就能夠可以令到你個嗰個地方好翻咧，咁你連腳都冇埋喎。咁腎咧會轉壞啦，咁同埋咧仲有咧就要洗腎噶咯。如果損壞咗腎就，咁我哋3月6號咧就有個3月26號 ，sorry，3月26號咧有個 lecture， Professor Larry Chan 就講及咩叫做糖尿病、腎病嘅發展同埋個 symptom。咁你記住聽書下，呢個係好重要嘅。咁同埋咧就30% 都係冇性功能，因為佢冇感覺啊。咁同埋咧仲有好多人咧係pregnancy 咧，即係懷孕啦。咁如果佢係有 gestation diabetes 遲啲嘅，可能即係永遠都係 become diabetic， 一定要注重啦。So by the way, just to let you know, mark down a calendar, March 26, 11 a.m. We are going to be having a lecture for diabetic nephropathy by Professor Larry Chan. For Hawaii time will be 5 p.m. on the 25th of March. So make sure you write down weekend for Hawaii people, March 25th at 5 p.m. and Pacific time is 7 p.m. for the diabetic nephropathy. It's an extremely good lecture by Professor Larry Chan. Why this has happened? I think this is something that you should not miss. Okay. Now, we also have a program for all our diabetes. We'll hold your hand throughout your diabetic journey to help you to lower blood sugar. It's not just drinking Lowsutea, but we teach you about diet control. We teach you about exercise. We teach you about weight control. We have teach you also how to track the blood, and also doctor webinar and professional webinar. Because reason is we know this is a lifelong disease. You have to keep update. We hope that we can help you with the A1C drop all the way to 5.7, and net result, you can be healthy. And a lot of people come back to say, thank me, because they say, hey, you gave me a gift of life. The reason they say that is because they feel healthier, they feel good, and their blood sugars are in a normal range, like 120 and below, or 6.4 and below all the time. And so they are so happy and feel healthy. And doctors also are impressed. So join us so we can help you along the way to lower your A1C, continue to from 10 and whatever number down to like under 6.4 and below. And so this is what we do. 嗱，各位堂友，我哋有個好特別嘅服務咧，就係有5個 program 教你去點食嘢啦，教你點降低血糖啦，教你點去降低你嘅用 exercise 降低你嘅血糖啦，仲有點樣降低磅數啦，仲有聽 webinar 啦，同埋 track 你血啦。呢個係全部係捉住你嘅手一齊行，同你幫助你降低血糖嘅。咁我哋希望咧就係由呢方面咧，可能 A1C 咧 drop 到由10咧一度落到去5.7以下，或者係6.4以下，咁令到你咧能夠身體健康好。嗱，好多堂友你翻嚟話俾你，哇，多謝 Andrew 啊，你依家俾個 gift of life 啊，一個新嘅生活嘅即係一個 gift 俾我哋，因為佢依家健康咗好多，佢醫生又 happy。OK，so very important, make sure join our program so we'll learn about continuously how to manage your blood sugar. You can write to me, you can ask questions. We'll always love to help you. So let's talk about what we lectured today. Now, as you will talk about the second, remember the second thing is one, you have diet. Second, you have to lose your weight, because if you lose your weight, you have better control your blood sugar. If you lose 10% of body weight, in other words, I'm 220, and I lose 10%, that means I'm 200. Your A1C will drop 1 point. If your A1C is like maybe 8 or 7 or whatever, you drop all the way to 6, 6.4 or under 6%. Wow, that's really good. So lower weight is so important. So you make sure continue to lose your weight. 10% usually bring about, possibly take about 1% of the A1C. So that's what you should do. Now, a lot of time, the problem we have is you lose weight in early stage seems like to be very easy. The first 5, 6 pounds, bang, oh, I can do it, you know. But as time goes on, it starts slowing down. No longer lose your weight, and it's kind of struggle here and there, and your weight go up about 5 pounds. You lose 5 pounds, and go up about another 2 more pounds, and come back down again. So it's always like that. But the thing is, you have to continue try effort and be patient. Don't just give up. Oh, okay, I'm lost, right? That's it, done deal. I cannot lose anymore. No, you can't. But I will give you all the reason why sometimes it doesn't stop. And so you need to break through that and then continue again. And that is so important. Don't give up. It takes time. It takes at least 2 to 3 years to start losing to your weight, to the target. And so it takes time. And on top of that, it takes time to get maintained. Okay? 嗱，各位朋友，減磅咧係我哋每一個糖尿患病者或者前期患病者嘅重要嘅目標。如果你唔減咧，咁啊弊家伙啦，你糖計會高嘅。如果你減咗10% 個磅數咧，咁 guess what？ 你嘅 A1C 咧會跌咗1%，哇，好緊要喎！如果你 A1C 係8，而家減到7，哇，幾正仔啊！咁你控制糖越整越好嘅。咁但係咧，don't forget。你如果唔係咁去做咧，你嘅糖會可能繼續高嘅。咁同埋你就算降低血糖嘅時候咧，可能降個黑忽嘅停咗喎，即係唔降喎。點解咧？就其實好多 reason 應該會解釋俾你聽。咁但係你仲要咧係繼續努力，唔好話give up啦，我唔跌嘅，唔係。因為咧，你諗下要2、3年做到呢樣嘢嘅時候，你咪會好多耐心去做啊，同埋要做好 effort 啊。減磅係一個好大 effort，其實。男女都一樣，所以記住咧，今日我講嘅美 tips 你能夠知道咧，原來減磅係一個可以做到嘅，但係只係要 take 好多 effort。Okay? So remember, weight loss can be done. Only thing take lots of effort. So the first one, you see your weight are kind of lost, not going down longer, and it's kind of stagnant. Well, is it really not losing weight? Now, could be because of the fact that you actually gaining muscles. Your fat is gone, but you're gaining muscle. So because of that, your weight are not continue to drop, okay? So that is always that possibility. So really at the end of the day, you have to measure yourself as if I'm losing fat. So you can get a, nowadays in a health store, they sell this scale to actually measure your fat in percentage. So you will notice your fat is going down. You're in good shape. The key is your fat is not going down, keep going up, and then your weight has continued to stay there. That's not good. So important is you want to make sure you lose fat, not just only losing weight, because losing weight is important, but gaining fat is not good for you. So you got to measure, like for example, your body circumference, the waistline. Is your waistline going down? Are you still continue 40 inches? Or 30 inches or 36 inches. And then you're going to start feeling, doing your body weight scale and a fat scale. Is a percentage going up? Is it going to be higher percentage than previously? So if you track that out, then you notice that, then you can help you out in many ways to say, okay, I'm gaining more muscles. Gaining more muscle is important than just gaining weight, okay? Or losing weight, because that will help you. Actually, weight will eventually also go down, but muscle is important, okay? 嗱，各位朋友，有陣時咧，因為咧，我哋以為依個點解減壓唔減嘅咧？其實好多時咧，因為咧，我哋咧係增加多啲我哋嘅肌肉，同埋脂肪咧就係減緊嘅。咁但係增加肌肉咧，可能你個 weight 就唔跌㗎咯喎，因為肌肉係重要啲㗎嘛。咁其實咧，你要 track 呢兩樣嘢嘅。第一，我唔係淨係減磅，淨係磅好重要，但係仲要再加肌肉都好重要嘅。咁呢個係一定要知道。第二樣嘢， 你係唔可以淨係話我降低啲肥喎，咁我肌肉唔加又唔得嘅。咁相比嚟講，你即係 measure 你自己係咪增加肌肉咧，同埋你係咪唔係好多加肥咧？咁點知道我加唔加肥啊？原來咧喺去嗰啲叫健康公司啊、永安啊嗰啲咧個磅咧可以 measure 個 percentage of fat 嘅。咁你應該用呢啲磅去 measure 下自己嗰啲 fat 係咪增加咧？咁你如果知道咗之後咧，咁你就OK 我 lower 緊個 fat muscle 係增加緊或者唔增加都係 at least 增加或者係 stay 喺度啦。咁我哋就更加要 build 多啲 muscle， 然後咧就減多啲 fat， 咁磅數咧可能慢慢先度嚟嘅。OK， 呢個係第一點。OK，secondly，maybe we are not tracking what you eat. We just keep eating. And when you lose weight, you have to track the food you're eating, okay? Because if you don't track, you might eat too much. Now, a lot of people, the way how to track the food is nowadays is very convenient because you have a cell phone. You take a picture of the food you eat. So you kind of remember, last night I eat this, and I eat a lot of sausage. I eat a lot of, processed food. Then pretty soon you review and say, wow, hey, maybe I should cut that off because that's not healthy, right? So really important, you lose weight, you have to track yourself what you eat. And you have to create a food diary. Now, a lot of people said, I don't want to write, but it's okay, put pictures. So every day you can review what you eat, and then you can look at yourself. Are you losing weight? Especially a diabetic, you need to look at the food you eat. Is it really sugary? And you can relate the weight and the blood sugar and also the food you eat. So this is important. So you gotta track. So you're not losing weight, maybe you're not tracking your weight either. You're not tracking what you eat, not weight. You're not tracking what you eat. So net result, you don't know what you eat, so your weight will continue to go up, maybe, yeah? So very important, when you lose weight, you gotta track what you eat, OK？ 嗱，各位朋友你一定要記錄咧，你食咗乜嘢。如果你唔記錄食乜嘢咧，你就好弊啦。因為其實好多人就冇乜心機去做記錄嘅，但係好簡單教呢樣嘢。好多堂友咧，或者去影張相 check， 我就知道食咗今日我食咗呢個乜乜豬扒或者牛扒或者雞肉 whatever 啦，又食菜。咁如果你影咗一張相咧，你每日知你食咩嘅時候咧，咁你就知道咧，你個食物係咪幫助你降低血糖嘅？或者你食物睇落去咦唔似樣喎，咁你要改啦。咁同埋咧，仲要知道咧，你個血糖有幾多？因為度血糖嘅時候，知道食物咧，哇，原來好似 for example 啦，我前幾日哇食一碗飯，原來血量增加咁鬼多喎，成10幾喎，唔得，咁我就唔食飯啦。有陣時真係唔記得咗嘅喎，係咪？咁相比咗嚟講咧，呢個咧你一定要知道，所以你影張相係 relate 到你食嘅嘢啦。度血糖，你知道自己度咗幾多血糖啦，同埋個磅數咧，3樣加埋晒，咁你有一個 idea， 同埋一個鼓勵性啊，好重要鼓勵性，因為你有 data， 你先鼓勵咗，哇，係咪咁做咧 ？So 同埋有降低你嘅血糖同埋個 weight 咧，同埋你食嘅係咪合理咧？呢個咧係好重要，有鼓勵性。So very important, really you have to, ask yourself whether, your food related to your weight.And also related to your blood sugar. So I highly suggest to track using a food diary, or if you don't have food diary, take a picture, that will do, because you need motivation to do that. And that will be one way to help you to motivate. Now, also another thing too, a lot of people don't eat enough protein. In other words, they don't eat eggs. Studies show that if you, especially like in breakfast, a lot of people don't even eat breakfast sometimes. If you don't eat breakfast, like I don't have eggs, I don't have anything in the morning, I just go to work, during the day you get hungry, you're craving for food. And if you do that, actually screw up your weight control things. One, you don't have protein, so you don't metabolize more, and it doesn't help you to give you the protein to build your muscle, for example. So and the studies show that if you don't have enough protein, your weight is not going to come down. And on top of that, you need to have protein to build muscles, to build your essential body parts, if you will. And on top of that, you don't have enough protein, you might be very hungry, and you eat all kind of junk to fulfill, like for example, chips and stuff like that. That's bad because you have only built calories, not protein. So if you don't eat enough protein, your chances of getting better, lower your weight might not be good. So keep in mind, make sure you gotta make sure load up protein. In the morning, a good breakfast, like for example, I need to have a piece of eggs, oatmeals, nice protein, in order to fill yourself so you don't feel craving at the end of the day and really eat all kind of junks to screw up your weight program. Okay, so 各位朋友，因為你唔食夠蛋白質嘅食量 ，for example 食嘅雞蛋啊啲東西咧，咁啊弊家伙啦！尤其是朝頭早一定要食個好嘅早餐，因為你唔食好嘅早餐咧，好多時咧你就 ignore 咗一樣嘢咧。咁你有個問題嘅，你唔食呢個好早餐咧，咁你嘅可能會好肚餓喎。咁好肚餓咧就弊啦，因為你好肚餓嘅時候咧，你又繼續咧係食好多雜質。食好多雜質嘅時候咧，咁亦都有好大問題嘅，因為食咗好多雜質咧，咁你個 weight 一定高㗎啦，你磅咗一定重㗎啦。咁如果你唔夠食咗好多 protein 咧，你 muscle 又唔會增加咯喎，咁又到你個又唔對你個磅數啊同埋全身嘅身體好喎，所以其實好重要，一定要食好嘅蛋白質。朝頭早食好佢，咁然後咧你就幫助你咧喺個整體嘅身體嗰度咧係能夠俾到係好嘅新陳代謝，同埋咧就會俾能夠可以增加你個 muscle， 但係亦都係降到磅嘅。OK， 咁你唔會食好多啲雜質去減低你嘅肚餓。OK， 呢個好重要嘅。A lot of people don't know. Actually, they also eat a lot of calories without counting it. Now, if you eat a lot of calories, to be honest, you can't lose weight. Now, as you know, typically 31 to 59 years old, you have to eat between 1,800 to 2,200 calories. Now, typically, elderly people between 1,600 to 2,000 calories. This is a top typical average people has to eat. If you need to track the amount of calories, get a calculator. Actually, one of these kind of watch also have the calculator to help you to at least understand. Now, calorie is still as an estimate. It won't be 100% to say, oh, I eat this, I definitely get that. No, it's estimate, but it's okay. You miss a 50 point, it's all right because you will at least get an idea what you're eating. The worst thing, a lot of people underestimate the calorie they're taking. In other words, they can take 3,000 calories, they thought it's 2,000. That's not going to be good. If you eat too much calories, you cannot lose weight. Definitely cannot, because that will be the case. Especially a lot of people, I can tell you a lot of my clients that say, hey, Andrew, you are so good. You get Lowsutea, get me to be so feel good now. My blood sugar go down to 5.7. Some of them go down to below 6. I am cured. Now I'm start eating my buffet. Bang! You know what? The calorie eating buffet is up to 3,000 and more. Weight start going up. Blood sugar got start going up. Everything start going up. And these people kind of unique because they think that I'm cured. So I'm start eating 3 ice cream a day. Bang! The blood sugar go up. And the calorie continue to go up. So remember, more calorie, definitely weight go up. 嗱，各位朋友，千祈唔好放喺個 trap 咧，喂，你會好翻。咁我可以食好多卡路里，唔得嘅，食多啲卡路里咧 ，guess what？ 磅數會上高。咁磅數佢咧，普通人咧，男士咧就30歲至60歲嘅男士咧，應該係1,800個嘅卡路里，或者到2,000個卡路里，2,200啊。咁如果老人家係1,600至2,000卡路里，咁如果唔記得咁多係2,000咧，最記住2,000卡路里就係一定係你個中心嘅卡路里啦。嗱，當然啦，你食卡路里嘅時候，你count個卡路里可能咧爭5%，即係50個卡路里唔緊要嘅，但係你一定要有 idea， 你每日係食咗卡路里。有啲朋友咧就弊家伙，以為真係好翻咧，哇！食3個雪糕啦，飲去奶茶好正啊 ，OK 啊，我食buffet啊，哇！好快脆咧，啲磅數激增上去。但係個問題咧，磅數增加上就食咗太多卡路里嘅東西啦，但係食好多甜嘅東西，血糖又高咧，我 screw up the whole thing。記住一定食 卡路里係要降低嘅。嗱，仲有30% 卡路里咧係應該有 protein 嘅。嗱，應該呢個食多蛋白質嘅東西啦。咁如果你食個雞蛋，咁呢個有卡路里噶嘛，咁加入嗰度 protein 咯。咁呢個咧就加翻落去 ，OK？So remember, make sure in your nutritional goal, 30% of that calorie come from protein, because protein help you build muscles, not fat. Okay, so it's very important. Now, a lot of people also eat a lot of processed food, and that is not going to help you to gain weight, to lower weight. Processed food only will help you gain weight. Now, I can tell you, one of my secretary before, every day he come to work and he eat breakfast is what? A gigantic hot dog with a big hot dog bun in there with mayonnaise, everything. I said, wow, you go do that, man. You know, your body is not going to be low. I mean, your weight is going to continue goes up. You are right. After a little while, weight is going to goes up, and her weight, and health is going to go down because the weight go up, blood sugar goes up. Oh boy, is everything coming to you. So in order to lose weight, don't eat a lot of processed food like hot dog, things like that. Eat more nuts. Which is, grain, beans. All these are good protein products to help you. But instead of eating a hot dog, biscuit, cereal with a lot of sugar, those are all processed food. That is not going to help you. 嗱，各位朋友食最緊要唔好食加工嘅食物，好似 for example 啦，好似餅食啊、腸啊、breakfast cereal 嘅東西啊，呢啲係全部好多糖嘅，亦都係 process 嘅。咁啊，當然咧食多啲嘢唔會俾你降低個磅數，只係 help 要增加磅數。咁我有個 secretary 就係咁啦，日日食 hot dog，哇個磅數好快升上嘅。咁同埋咧，如果你唔食呢啲嘢嘅時候，你冇乜 protein 啊，咁你 muscle 又唔會起啦，只係加肥啦，又冇 nut 食啦，哇咁啊好弊家伙啦，越整越弊嘅 ，OK？So make sure do not eat a lot of processed food. Now, also a lot of people tend to eat a lot of food and they eat pizza, whatever. Now, if you large amount of food and eating quickly, your body is maybe don't even realize you are enough. You don't, because you eat it so fast. The body cannot think of react to it, and especially even though you thought that, well, I'm eating healthy food, I eat dark chocolate, I'm eating cheese, but the problem is too fast. A lot of times the body cannot recognize you have enough, so end up you actually have excess calorie intake. So you have lots more calorie intake over 2,000. Guess what? Your weight goes up. Okay. So very important. You can eat large amount of food, lots. Your body is not going to tell you you have enough. Your weight is not going to go down, but only goes up. OK。嗱，各位朋友，如果你係食得太多，好多嘢食一齊慢慢上嘅時候咧，你要食好多食物嘅時候咧，你個磅數一定上高嘅。個原因就係因為你個身體都唔知道喂夠飽啦，大佬，咁你仲繼續食，咁變咗嚟講咧，你就要食好多。你話我係食好多 healthy 嘢喎，我食個 dark chocolate 喎，又食芝士喎，但係你食得太多咧，其實一樣係增加你嘅卡路里，咁你一樣夠着肥嘅，係減唔到磅嘅。Okay, also a lot of people don't realize you drink a lot of sugar drink. Well, my friend, is not going to help you. Like you drink a lot of Coke, orange juice, Pepsi, even though you drink a lot of juice, one glass of juice is equal to a whole cup of fruits, for example. So that will be a lot of calorie. And so when you have a lot of calorie, you know what? You are not going to even eat other food because you felt that, wow, I'm okay now. I drink all the orange juice already. So avoid drinking all these sweetie drinks, because if you want to lose weight, try not to do sweetie drink. Drinking sugar drink is so bad for you, basically. Now, before, I must confess, I love sugar drink before also. But you know what? Now I try myself and limit myself. Guess what? Now I don't crave for it. I have no desire to drink, orange juice or Coke and things like that. I have no desire anymore. So as a matter of psychological habit, get yourself not to drink sugar drink, okay? Now, 各位朋友，如果你飲好多糖嘅東西，好似可樂啊、七喜啊、whatever 啦、juice 啊、橙汁啊，你飲咗呢啲咧，其實就好弊嘅，因為呢啲係全部好多卡路里又冇 protein， 只係幫助你increase 你個 blood sugar。當你做咗一樣嘢嘅時候咧，你個磅數一定會，同埋做咗呢樣嘢之後咧，你食少嘢嘅，因為咧你糖整咗高啦，咁就我好似要飽咯喎。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，如果你想減磅，千祈唔好繼續飲好多可樂、好多 orange juice， 係對你係傷害你自己嘅。Okay, now we all know, we are sensitive. If you are diabetic or pre-diabetic patient, you know what? We know we have to eat, cutting down the carbs and also cutting down a low-fat diet. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't do that. They don't cut down the carbs. They eat a lot of fat. So if you are pre-diabetic and also type 2 diabetic, if you don't eat a low-carb diet, you know what? You are not going to lose weight. So low-fat, low-carb will help you to improve the diabetic condition, will improve your triglyceride, improve your LDL, and also what? Most important, your blood sugar level. And a study showed that if you have low carb diet, you definitely will lose weight. So if you don't take your low carb diet, like a low fat diet, sorry, your weight is not going to go down. So important, keep getting low carbs and low fat diet. 各位同學，好重要，我一個好知啦，有 sensitive 但係未必有陣時做喎。我哋一定要低嘅碳水化合物，要能夠繼續食 low carb 嘅，同埋咧要有低肥嘅東西。OK， 因為當你做兩樣之後咧，你能夠令到你個糖尿病嘅 condition 咧會好啊！你三高酸又會降低啦，你 HDL cholesterol 又降低啦，你個血糖又降低，你 LDL 又會降低啦。因為你冇咗 fat 就會係幫助好大嘅喎 ，low carb 一定降低血糖㗎啦，所以呢個咧你係好重要，一定繼續努力去 cut down 你個 low carb diet， to 幫助你個 have a low carb diet、low fat diet， 咁先能夠令到你磅數降低，因為所有 study 話咧，如果你做呢樣嘢，你 weight 一定降低。So remember, just make sure eat low carb diet and low fat diet, your weight will go down. Now, another one, which is a lot of people really forgot, if I eat it so fast or I eat it too often. Now, a lot of times people just eat a lot of often, and they eat, like, for example, if especially at work, we see that all the time. A lot of people just bring snack in. They will get chips, they eat a lot of little cookies here and there. If you eat all these so often, you know what? Your blood sugar goes up and your weight definitely go up. So do not eat too often. And then you give you a lot of excess calories, because whatever you eat, you have to have calories, right? Because and so your weight will not go down. It will just affect your losing weight. 嗱，各位同學，因為喺公司見到好多同事咧拎住啲嘢咧，就拎住一包 chips 啊、cookies 啊，好咧係慢慢食。Guess what？ 因為坐喺度慢慢食嘅時候，每一包嘢食咧，你就會增加卡路里啦。咁所以變咧，你就千祈唔好做呢啲嘢咧，能夠繼續係食得繼續食，同埋食得好頻繁，咁你個磅數一定會增加嘅，咁就好弊家伙啦。And also, a lot of people do not drink enough water. And you know water, if you drink 500 cc, that's the reason why we said 2 liter Lowsutea per day. You know, if you drink 500 cc or 17 ounces of water 30 minutes before a meal, actually you lose about 40% of weight. A study showed that you could potentially lose 40% of weight because basically the water when you drink, you're actually burning calories while you drinking water, and that's why we basically want to have Lowsutea. You drink 500 ml of pre and post meal, remember, or Lowsutea to help you to dilute your blood sugar, bring blood sugar, but at the same time you actually burn up some calorie. 24 to 30% of per calorie could be burned doing that way. So Lowsutea, a glass of Lowsutea before and after meal is actually helping you burn calorie. You know why? Burning calorie, you lower your weight. Okay, so very important. Drinking water is important. And I tell you, a lot of people do not drink enough water. Matter of fact, people say, you mean I have to drink 1.5 liter at least a day? Are you kidding? Oh, wow, that's a lot of water. Now, you don't drink enough water. Water does not dilute enough your blood. your blood sugar will be in potential also go up. So drinking water is important. Besides, it burns off your calories, but also is dilute your blood. 嗱，各位朋友，好多朋友咧唔記得飲水啊，其實唔飲水咧，其實一個好大問題嘅。如果你用500毫升嘅水分咧，30分鐘 before 你食嘢之後咧，你有機會咧 burn up 咗40% 你個磅數，因為點解咧？如果你唔飲水嘅話咧，原來飲嘅水有24至30% 嘅 calorie burn off 咗嘅 ，OK？ 但如果你唔係咧，弊家伙啦，因為如果即係你個飲咗水咧，咁你其實咧就可以幫助你第一降低你嗰個加速咗你個 burn off calorie 啦，同埋仲有咧，譬如飲去糖茶啦，你飲500毫升，咁你每3餐你1000毫升，咁啊dilute嘅 blood 嘅。嗱，記住，因為好多人咧飲咗500毫升嘅水，就係做咗 study 咧，30分鐘後係多過啲人降低佢個磅數 versus 40% 嘅人係降低磅數 versus 啲係冇飲水嘅。所以其實咧，呢個係一個好跡象咧，知道咧原來飲水係好重要嘅。So remember, drinking water is important because study actually show if you drink 500 cc water 30 minutes before meal, and 40% of people who did that had actually losing weight versus the people who did not do that. Okay, and if you drink water 500 cc within that meal time, you actually burn up 20 to 30% of the calories. So when you burn off calories, you're losing weight. Okay. Now, another one is when you drink too much alcohol. Oh boy, that would be terrible because every alcohol, spirit, you got about 7 calories per gram of alcohol. So you drink a lot of alcohol, most likely you got weight gain. Okay, so you drink alcohol, you got to be careful because drinking beer, wine is very sugary. Any alcohol actually have some kind of calorie in there. It could be high because of the sugary, especially you drink wine, red wine or white wine. Those have sugar in there. So if you limited your intake of alcohol, you can lose weight. If you drink alcohol, make sure you don't drink over a lot. A glass of beer, you're gonna have a lot of calories. Now, more calories, you're gonna have an issue. So you want to drink a little bit of alcohol. Maybe it's used to use like vodka, or some kind of spirit. Limited amount, then the calorie is not there. Now, worse that if you drink a cocktail, you know what? Cocktail have all kind of sweet, and that will help you to not lower your blood sugar, or increase your blood sugar. That's something that you don't want to do. 嗱，各位朋友，飲酒多咧，其實咧一定係整高你嘅磅數嘅。咁如果你飲得太多酒咧，你就減磅係好難嘅，因為咧每一杯酒咧已經有7克嘅卡路里喺邊啦。咁如果你飲咗好多酒嘅時候咧，你係會肥嘅。其實呢個同埋飲啤酒啦，好多卡路里啦。咁wine 亦都有啦，紅酒、白酒兩都有啦，因為好多用葡萄嚟做噶嘛，咁好多卡路里嘅。咁所以如果就算你係飲酒咧，如果你每日都飲咧，咁你要 lose weight 係好難嘅。如果你要飲做咧，都係飲即係就烈。如果你飲少少咧，飲烈酒好啲啦，好似即係 vodka 嗰啲就唔會有降低會increase 咗你嘅 weight， 但係都唔好飲咁多，因為飲得多嘅時候咧，你係會更加嘅肥胖嘅，所以呢個要記住咧，唔好飲得。So do not drink too much alcohol because you drink alcohol is going to have to limit your weight. Now, you have to eat slowly, by the way. What it means slowly, you have to become mindful eating without distraction. Enjoy your chews, enjoy your taste. Every single bite you can enjoy. The reason to do that is when you slow down your eating, you don't eat a lot. The reason is with that, you know what? You enjoy your meal, you enjoy the taste, but the body also say, hey, I can be slowly enjoy it. I know I'm enough, and this is really going to be I'm enough. So when I'm enough, I will stop. I won't overfill myself. The worst thing you do is you drink, you do not you ate a lot and so fast that you actually have no feel and you don't feel full. And you know what? You will just overeat, okay? So you gotta be slowly eat that. On top of that, it will be good to also have, drink Lowsutea at the same time, pre and post one glass. Then you can actually fill up the body a little more with Lowsutea. Then you can actually easily understand, wow, I'm not, I'm full already, so I stop. So mindless eating will actually really affect your weight loss. The reason is because you don't know, you just keep eating real fast. On top, worse yet, you will keep watching TV, do all kind of things. You might don't even recognize you're full. You just keep eating, watching TV. So you gotta really learn how to enjoy your food every bite. That will be a better off. And on top of that, will give you, especially a study actually show you mindful eating. Enjoy slowly eating every bite. Enjoy your weight loss will be better than people who doesn't have who will be mindless eating. So this is going to be important. 各位朋友，食嘢咧，即係要食慢慢嚟食。如果你唔係慢慢食咧，食好鬼快嘅時候咧 ，guess what？ 你就唔知道自己飽，你繼續食落去。食落去嘅時候咧，可能 over 咗啲，即係食得太多都唔知嘅。咁其實咧最重要咧，我哋依家做嘅嘢咧，就要慢慢食，慢慢欣賞。咁慢慢欣賞嘅時候咧，你每一跛都欣賞嘅時候咧，咁好快脆你知道幾時你飽，就唔會話食咗好多嘢之後，哇好飽啊！咁就弊家伙，因為你 overeat 咗啦嘛。咁其實咧仲有一做咧，就係食嘢嘅時候咧，再飲埋去糖茶啦，慢慢飲啦。咁同埋咧就飲一杯去糖茶250ml before 食飯之前咧，然後再食飯後又食250ml啦。嗱有解嘅，因為當你飲咗茶落去咧，你已經飽咗啲啦，咁你入邊唔會食咁多嘢啦。同埋咧亦都幫助你消化，因為飲咗好多水嘅時候咧 ，guess what？ 飲到好多茶嘅時候咧，你又會將啲嘢發脹咗啦，咁你更加 feel 飽啲啦，咁你咪食少啲啦，咁啊變咗係好啲嘅。所以最緊要咧就要唔好砰砰砰咁食，叫 mindful eating， 即係直情 mindless eating 啊，即係 mindful eating 好重要嘅，即係慢慢食欣賞。rather than 就盲目係咁爬落啦，咁就唔正啦。OK， 記住呢樣嘢，唔好做呢個啊，呢個係重要點㗎，食得太快太多未必得。OK， another problem I noticed people have a called junk food addict. Now, one of my previous secretary has an issue because she is love to eat snack. They eat chips, they eat French fry, whole day they keep going in, bang, bang, bang. So when you eat a lot of junk food, you know what? You will keep craving more. And then especially a little salty or a French fry, that will be tremendously get you to eat more and more. And net result, you will just continue to add weight. So if you can't help yourself with the junk food addict, you might need professional help. So I keep asking, hey, you better don't eat so much of these because you're going to gain weight. And it's hard for her to stop, but on the hand, take some time. But really, she realized that if I eat a lot of those so-called junk food, her weight is continue goes up, and it takes her a lot of time before she recognized and actually start cutting down. OK， 嗱，如果你每日都食好垃圾食物，好似 chips 啊、食 French fry 啊，日日食好多啲咁嘅垃圾嘢咧，弊家伙啦，因為你成日都 crave 呢樣嘢，你去減肥係好難嘅。如果減肥咧就唔可以食好多增寬啦，我哋話齋又食 candy 啦，因為你人食開咗之後咧，你會繼續去追嘅，一路追咪啦。但係你唔食咧，你又唔會追，唔會追咧，最低限度咧，你就會要 take a little time for 你要解呢樣嘢嘅。所以呢個咧係好重要，唔好食垃圾，繼續咁食落去。And some people also, because they diet too long and they continue to be diet, and the body might need to take a rest. If you continue to diet too long, the body kind of stop, and then you basically, because you keep dieting and the weight doesn't go down. So you need to take that break. The break is allow the body to rest, to understand wow, I'm dieting, but on the hand, I'll continue. So you sleep more, you have to maybe lift weight, gain more muscles, because you lift weight, you gain muscles. Okay, keep that in mind. When you do that, gain muscle. And you also decrease your body fat, and then that result, you lose weight again and continue to body sometimes take rest to get it done. So keep that in mind. Don't just keep thinking, wow, keep going down. Weight loss, whatever will be okay, but it will not, because sometimes the body will tell you, hey, I have enough, man. So importantly, you have to just take a rest, okay? 嗱，有陣時咧節食咧時間過長啊，即係次次都係咁食，咁可能個 body 話我需要休息下，咁嗰陣時咧你可能要需要多啲咩？瞓下覺啦 ，relax 下啦，咁同埋咧仲有做 exercise 咧，仲有 lift a weight， 你個 barbell 咧呢個咁嘅 weight 咧，去 lift 下上去做一日做30次，咁呢個咧係幫助你 build 咩？muscles 啦，或者喺腳嗰度咧，亦都擺個 barbell 或者擺書或者擺個 weight scale 喺腳嗰度坐喺睇電視，可以 lift 下隻腳1、2、3咁都係得嘅。OK， 咁有陣時咧亦都幫助你咧去 lower 你個 body fat 嘅時候咧，咁你亦都可以當你個 fat 係 lower 啲咧，亦都你開始又會即係繼續去 lose weight 嘅，所以好重要咧就保持。繼續，如果你係唔喐啦，咁你就繼續做多啲 exercise， 咁然後咧俾個 body rest 下，咁然後咧你又再嚟過，咁 OK 啲嘅。And also a lot of time that we tend to have not realistic weight loss goal. Now, I can tell you a friend of mine can say, hey, you know, I want to lose weight. I will lose 1 to 2 pounds per day per week. I said, hey, that's kind of aggressive. That means you're going to have 8 pounds a month. But although you might have that realistic, can be really lost that weight, but very quickly gain back. So weight loss or losing weight is a long process, is a patient process. You reach a goal. Do not aggressively say, I'm going to eat 1 to 2 pounds or 3 pounds in a week. That actually is not going to work. You have to have a sustained body, to get this weight. Don't think that the picture looks real good. The TV, look at that. That guy looks so, muscle guy, handsome. And then I will do the same thing. I will look like him in about a month. Won't work, okay? You need to focus losing weight with a plan and continue to lower weight by, like 1 pound a month is a very good, weight target, or even 2 pounds, but not by weeks, okay? So, and it will go up and come back down, go up and come back down, but importantly, it's go down, okay? So you will have to do that. 嗱，好多人咧有唔記得咗啦，原來咧去磅數降低咧，其實好重要咧，係要有一個計劃性，同埋咧要有啲真係要有一個實際啲目標。嗱，千祈唔好話喂，我要lower weight 喎，咁我喂點啊？哇，最好啦，我要降低好快，1個禮拜2磅。哇，咁唔得嘅，其實呢個係多數你要升翻上去嘅。咁每一日咧，你一定要每個月或者1磅至2磅係最多嘅頂籠㗎啦。咁你有個 model 咧，同埋 follow 啦，要做咩 exercise 啦，同埋咧仲有食乜嘢啦，呢啲係全部加埋晒，令到你 weight 係降低嘅。嗱，千祈唔好就係我降低唔好食嘢啊，咁我咧好肚餓啊，咁啊係降低咗 weight 因為你唔食嘢啊嘛。咁但係好快脆咧，成個就即刻經翻上去，即係個 weight 咧就會即刻上去嘅。咁所以咧，其實咧每個人咧，你個 weight loss 個 plan 咧都要即係幾 individualize 嘅。因為如果我譬如我係好肥胖嘅，我當然啦，或者去降低1、2磅多啲啦。咁但係我啲咧，你要知道你自己嘅需求係乜嘢。咁呢個咧係真係要有個計劃性去做，就唔好話嘣起身我要好 aggressive 去做，遲啲就好快脆經翻晒上嚟，咁你就弊啦。OK。So remember, make sure when you weight loss goal has to be realistic, not to be unrealistic. Plus, the plan that you are trying to lower your weight has to have personalized. Make sure that it fits your need. Okay. Now, a lot of times, also people just keep focusing is the dieting and forget the rest. Okay. Now, if you basically you don't form a habit, you basically just say, "Wow, I just go have dieting." But forget about getting a nutritional balanced diet. You did not think about exercise to get more muscles, and then do not focusing nourishing the body, and then you just don't give us food because dieting, no food, and you get weight loss. Yes, you lost weight, but on the other hand, in long term, that is not going to promote good health. So very important. You have to promote a balanced diet, balanced body. I have to exercise, I have to walk, I have to get nutritional food with 30% of my calorie protein. building muscle because you need protein to build muscles, by the way. So with that, then you have a much better way. And you know what? If you have 2 years to start doing that, you're forming a habit, a good habit, how to diet control, not just by not eating. You eat healthy diet, you need a whole balance of diet, you exercise, you walk every day with at least 10,000 steps. I walk every day, you know, to try to get myself 10,000. And you know what? You feel much better and healthier. And net result, you are a much better person at the end of the day. And long term, you can lower your weight and you can be healthy as a pre-diabetic or diabetic patient. Okay? So 各位朋友嗱，千祈咧唔好淨係話我去 diet 減食唔好食咁就算數啦。其實唔係嘅，你一定要咧食一啲嘢係要有一個好營養嘅東西啦，30%嘅卡路里裏邊有 protein 啦，去 build exercise 啦，去唔係用 protein 用你嘅 exercise 啦，去 build 你嘅 muscles 啦，你嘅 protein 食嘢 protein 幫你 build 多啲 muscles 啦，係好重要嘅。就千祈唔好淨係 one side 唔食嘢。咁同埋仲有咧，你要幫你嘅身體咧去 nourish， 去俾多啲營養佢，更加身體健康。同埋仲有一樣好，我覺得好重要 ，form 一個 habit 啊。當你 form 咗個 habit 咧，最後咧，你其實食嘅嘢咧係會好多嘅，同埋個人咧健康好多，同感受都好晒嘅。所以記住呢樣嘢。And again, a lot of people do exercise, they don't do weightlifting. Now it's very simple. What is weightlifting? It's not very hard. You get a barbell, 1 pound barbell, you go up and down like this with a hand. You know, that's actually exercise that, and it's really better for your heart. And you got to do some of this called resistant exercise. The weightlifting of body mass is very important. My leg, I sit down, watch TV, put a sort of a weight on your ankle, you know, weight belt on your ankle. You go up and down, just up, down, and that way you can. Again, is a resistant exercise. Now, certainly some people lift weight, but elderly lifting weight is difficult. But keep in mind, if you do resistant exercise to help you to strengthen the muscle tone, you have you burn body fat. There's a way to lose fat if you exercise with a resistance, meaning with some weight. Okay, so long term you lose weight, you build more muscles, and at that time you actually lose your weight. So it's a really good benefit. 嗱，記住好多朋友咧，將去做 exercise 咧，佢只係行，冇 lift weight 嘅。其實 lift weight 係更重要嘅，因為 lift weight 係幫助你咩啊？增加你嘅 muscles 啊。如果你運動唔夠有呢個即係有磅數嘅 lift weight 咧，咁你 muscle 唔 build 嘅時候咧，其實又冇咁好嘅。咁所以增強你嘅肌肉咧係好重要咧，就係有 lift weight。咁所以你有個 barbell。1磅一邊咁嘢咁做咧 OK， 或者腳咧有1個磅嘅1磅嘅沙包啦，咁你亦都可以上落咧，咁亦都係 burn 到你嘅即係build 到你肌肉嘅。So long term 嚟講咧好緊要啦，就係能夠你 loss your fat 啦，能夠唔會 loss 個 muscle tone 啦，即係嗰啲肌肉嘅功能減低啦。咁呢個咧你個磅數亦都會降低，但係幫助你咧係全身嘅身咧係好啲嘅。Okay, and also a lot of people that are not doing cardiovascular exercise. What does that mean? Like for example, jogging, cycling, swimming, those are important cardio. The reason cardio is because it pumped up your heart. So you can pump up your heart at least 120 and above. That's really good. But certainly many of you, if you do that, you have to check with your doctor because I don't know if you have heart disease or not. So it depends on heart rate you want to achieve. You definitely have to check with doctor whether that is fit for you. And also, when you do cardio exercise, meaning you're on a bike or whatever bike exercise, that way you actually decrease the belly fat, increase the circulation on your vessels, so you decrease the vascular fat. So those are all good stuff to build. You know, the vascular fat built all around the organ is actually damaging your organ, like your heart and so forth. So make sure you do, you know, exercise. You make sure that you have a cardio exercise going there. Could be step master, you know, going up the step. The step is always going up, going up. Step master will be also help you to actually increase your cardio output because you have to push step on. So, as a matter of fact, I have a staff that actually stop off at 10th floor and then walk up to the 18th floor. And that way, this is part of the cardio exercise that we have. And that also, if you have limited exercise and really don't do cardio, maybe that's one reason why your weight being stopped. It doesn't go down anymore. You gotta have that cardio in there. And it's actually better for you because it's better for your heart, okay? 嗱，各位朋友，好多時咧，有陣時咧，我哋冇一個要行心血管嘅缺乏心血管嘅運動。咁咩心血管運動啊？嗱 ，jogging 啦，咁有啲人我老啊 jog 唔到啊，唔緊要，你可以係做bicycle， 即係呢個單車，即係坐喺度做單車都得，或者行樓梯亦都得。因為我有朋友咧，佢就日日都行樓梯，行8部樓梯嘅，即係8個 floor 嘅樓梯啊，即係8層樓梯。咁佢就能夠每日都增加佢個血管嘅好處啦，即係同埋令到佢exercise 到個心臟啦。因為你上樓梯嘅時候咧，你會更加用力啲咧，個你心臟會砰砰，咁啊會增加到可能110度、120度。嗱，最緊要 check 嘅醫生 make sure 你係120度 OK 嘅。同埋咧，仲有咧就係因為你冇咗因為係咁行咧，你 burn up 咗嗰個叫 belly fat 啊，嗰個大肚墩啊 ，OK。咁同埋咧，你嘅血管裏邊嘅肥咧，亦都降低咗，咁啊幫助你唔會有 chance 到好多不同嘅心臟病啊嗰啲東西。咁同埋咧，當你唔做呢個心血管嘅 exercise 咧，你降低磅數咧係難啲嘅，所以係好重要咧，繼續係去即係幫助你咧。係喺個心血管嘅 exercise 係 very good for you，OK？ 記住 ，lot of people forgot about sleeping. If you don't sleep well, you also will not lose weight. The reason is when you don't sleep well, you know what? You also try to somehow eat more because a lot of people don't sleep well. They wake up, they get nervous, they will start eating. So the study shows that if you are poor when you're sleeping, not well. Adult 55% of people who do not sleep real well, they have actually a chance of obesity. For children, 89% is really developed. For children, 89% develop obesity. Adult is 55%, but children is 89%. So really sleeping become very important. If you don't have enough sleep, you know what? Your weight, losing weight is extremely difficult. So net result, sleeping well is very, very important. And on top of that, sleeping well, you also make sure you don't sleep well, you're going to eat a lot of junk food, and that will be detrimental for your weight loss, okay? 如果你瞓唔夠咧，好多時咧，你真係會咧降唔到磅嘅，因為咧你瞓唔夠嘅話，你會繼續去食嘢啊，日頭。因為瞓唔夠，你會 nervous 啦、tired 啦，我好瞓覺，我要飲嘢食啦、食糖啦、wake you up 啦，呢啲咁嘅嘢咧係幫唔到你去降低嘅磅數，只係增加你磅嘅啫。所以一定要夠瞓，你先能夠降到你嘅磅數嘅。咁 and also at the end of the day, your certain medical condition will actually drive your weight gain, and you cannot lose weight. For example, a lot of people, you have sleep apnea, which meaning that you have a big, gigantic muscles, fat over here, which you blocking your sleeping, breathing, and so you sometimes you lack of oxygen to the brain. This condition in fat people, obese people will have this sleep apnea, and you have to test it out, see whether you truly have sleep apnea. And you need to have the CPAP machine to help you to force air into the lung and continue nutrition with oxygen to your brain. And a lot of people don't realize that sleep apnea problem. Even I myself, when I have sleep apnea, I didn't know. Now I have a CPAP machine and I'm able to do that real well. I feel energetic. If I don't have that before, I feel tired. Oh God, terrible. But now I won't feel tired. I feel energetic whole day because I have the sleep apnea machine. So really, you have to prevent that by getting yourself tested, okay? And also, some people are hypothyroidism, meaning that the thyroid doesn't have enough thyroxic hormone, so you get tired all the time. So you might end up eating more, and end up you become chubby. Okay, so and if you do that, it's going to be hard for you to lose weight. You're just going to end up gaining weight. Plus, if you have steroid treatment and you have depression or blood pressure, some of the drugs, all these things will be, and also some of the contraceptive also can able to not help you lower weight, but increase weight. So you need to talk to your doctor, see whether drugs is actually induce you to gain weight. If it is, change in medication, that will help you. But definitely sleep apnea has a big effect because in Hong Kong, basically 90% of the obese person are sleep apnea candidate. So check that out because that could be one potential problem for you. Okay. 各位朋友，記住有陣時咧，因為係你嘅醫療嘅症狀咧，你係令到你係有個降唔到磅嘅。For example 啦，好似我磅數太重嘅原因就係因為我有個睡眠窒息性嘅問題啦，或者我甲狀腺功能低啦。咁呢啲係全部係唔會幫助減肥嘅，只係增加肥胖啫。同埋有陣時食藥啦，類固醇藥啦、精神嘅藥啦，或者係血壓高嘅藥啦，仲有呢個懷孕嘅避孕藥啦，呢啲係全部食咗落去咧會增加磅數嘅。咁所以咧好多時咧呢個咧就要你嘅醫生睇睇你係咪有呢樣嘢咧。咁你要幫助你咧，就可以能夠降低你磅數。所以呢個咧真係要同醫生研究下啦。Sleep apnea 咧，即係呢個叫做睡眠窒息病咧，香港90% 嘅病人如果有 obese 呢樣嘢，多數咧都有睡眠窒息症嘅。咁你呢個真係要 check 啦。OK。So at the end of the day, pre-diabetic, diabetic client has to lose weight because you lose weight. You lose 10% of the weight, you know what? Your A1C drop 1%. Will lower your blood sugar and help you to get better control your blood sugar has to be started off also weight. It's not only just, oh, I'm just going to have diet and so forth, but your weight become very important. But sometimes your weight is stopped. So what's that happening? Well, one reason is because maybe you are not losing muscles anymore, you're gaining muscles. So the weight will stop, the weight was stop because you are gaining more muscles, but fat is going down. So actually that's good. But on the other hand, you thought that, hey, my weight is not going nowhere now. But that's not true. Check that out. And on top of that, a lot of time is you just keep eating a lot and not tracking what you eat. And you must track what you eat because you might just blindly keep eating. That's not going to help you. On top of that, you might not eat enough protein. Now, protein, if you eat too much carbs but not protein, it's not going to help you lower your weight also. And then you might be eating too much calories, okay, meaning that all kind of junks going down, more calorie, you gain weight. And on top of that, eating maybe too much processed food. Processed food will be something like, you know, a lot of hot dog, a lot of bakery, a lot of biscuit, all those will help you gain weight, okay? Plus, I eat a large amount of food real quickly, you know, just eating without letting your body tell you, hey, I'm full now, but your body cannot recognize you. You keep eating real fast. Or I drink too much sugar water, like a lot of soda. That will help you to gain weight, not lower your weight. And then I'm not cutting out my carbs. I was eating a lot of carbs, a lot of fats. That is not going to help you lower weight, okay? Plus, you might eat too often, meaning especially people work in the office. I eat cookies here and there on the back. Every day, I have something on my side eating. And that will help you to increase weight. Plus, maybe you're not drinking enough water because water helps you to burn off 20 to 30% of the calorie. You don't drink water, it's not going to work. Before you drink, instead of drink water, drink Lowsutea tea. 6 cups will help you burn off calorie, lower your blood sugar at the same time. Hey, that's wonderful, man. So do that. Now, a lot of people also drink a lot of alcohol, like beer and all these have calories that will just increase your weight and also build your body, you know, your tummy fat. And then a lot of people not eating mindful eating, meaning they will eat very fast, eat a lot, and not our body don't allow them to recognize you're full. Plus, some people even have junk food addict. You know, they drink all kinds of junks, meaning that they eat chips, they eat cookies, all kinds of things, just whole day long eating. Or some people just diet too long, meaning that they just continue dieting, but without letting the body to rest. That is not going to be good. Or some people just, not having a realistic goal. They would say, I want to 1 or 2 pounds per week. You need to have really realistic goal to see yourself coming down. You have to be patient because there's a long time, process. Okay. And a lot of people also, somebody just focus too much on dieting, but they forgot to give a balanced diet to nurture the body. Also, some of them forgot about exercise, weightlifting, to burn off, fat, but building muscles. Or they're not doing cardio exercise, like for example, bike or jog. If you cannot jog, walk steps. That will do the same thing. And also, some of them don't sleep well. You don't sleep well, that's what a lot of time you end up eating. Plus, some of the medical conditions then actually drive weight gain. Like for example, sleep apnea, hypothyroidism, you're taking birth control pills. All these drugs will potentially increase your blood sugar. Okay. 好，各位同友嗱，記住減磅係好重要嘅，幫助你減磅。如果你減一個10% 嘅磅數咧，你就幫助咗你咧能夠降低 A1C 咧1% 嘅。咁可能咧就減磅咧就其實咧就唔記得咗去用佢個即係因為減即係增加咗 muscle 啦，咁個 fat go down 啦，咁可能個磅數唔高 down， 但唔緊要，因為你個 muscle 增加係 OK 嘅。咁但係好多時咧，我又冇記錄我食乜嘢喎，冇記得食咩，亂咁食咧，咁你就亦都增好多磅嘅。咁同埋咧就好多人亦都唔食個即係蛋白質嘅東西，咁啊食好多肥嘅東西，亦都係會差嘅。咁同埋咧仲有係好多食好多卡路里啊，越多卡路里就越增加磅 ，OK？ 咁同埋咧要食得食得好多嘢，好快脆一次食好多嘢，咁亦都會增加磅嘅。咁同埋咧，仲要飲好多糖水啦，好似蘇打啊，即係可樂啊、七喜啊、juice 啊，亦都增加磅嘅。重要性咧就要 cut down 你嘅碳水化合物啦，同埋低嘅肥嘅食物啦，同埋咧唔好食得太即係常意進食啦，即係擺啲喺側邊喺 office 係咁樣食咧，咁一定會增磅。咁同埋咧就要飲水，唔飲水咧飲去糖茶好正啊，因為飲去糖茶咧每日飲2公升嘅去糖茶咧，就幫助你咧能夠降低大概24至30% 個卡路里 ，OK？ 咁仲有啦，呢個咧就飲唔好飲多酒咧，因為酒係一定會增加血糖嘅，同埋咧仲要慢慢食。如果食得太快咧，你個 body 都唔知原來我飽咯，唔 recognize 到啊，所以唔好食得太快，亦都唔好食啲垃圾。垃圾係對你好大問題嘅，一定增磅嘅。同埋咧唔好繼續即係只係掛住去降低你個磅數by即係長期節食，亦都唔得嘅。咁同埋仲有啦，要唔可以有一個唔係好 realistic 嘅磅嘅所謂嘅目標啦，同埋要 focus 咧，就唔好淨係食 diet， 唔去做 exercise 嗰啲咁啦。要食咧一定要有繼續好嘅 exercise 啦 ，lift weight 啦，同埋要有 cardio exercise 咧，就好似行 steps 啦，幫助個心會泵多啲快啲咧，就幫助減低嗰啲肥喺個心血管裏面嘅肥啦，同埋要夠肺，唔夠肺一定係會磅數高嘅。同埋再食藥咧，可能會 drive 尤其是呢個叫 sleep apnea。當你有 sleep apnea， 即係呢個瞓覺咧如果你係瞓唔到咧，因為呢度好多肥胖啦，咁有睡眠窒息性咧，呢個亦都係一個好大嘅東西咧，係會令到你可能有因為個肥胖降高嘅。Okay, thank you very much for joining us for this webinar. I hope you have gained an insight of how you are going to end up will be lower your blood lower your weight and able to understand why you're not losing weight. Okay. And I'm very happy to see some of you already feedback for Eugene. He will say that now he understands the reason and he will try some of the losing weight few steps. And with that, I appreciate you actually took some note and thank you again. And hope that we can continue to help you to gain more knowledge, insight to get your weight down. If you get weight down, your A1C will go down. And one question also come up: how low can my A1C get? Okay, if your A1C get down to 5.7, you are good because you're a normal person. 5.7 A1C 要幾 low 幾 low 咧 ？A1C 係最緊要跌到係5.7以下咧，咁你就已經係普通人一樣噶啦。嗱，當然你係糖病咧，最緊要講6.4以下。So if you are diabetic, you should try to get yourself A1C to 6.4 and lower. But don't forget, don't stop there. A1C can be as low as 5.7. I have a customer in mainland. Her A1C is 5.2, but she's very good controller of herself. Her earlier A1C was 8, 9, 10, somewhere in the neighborhood, and now driving a 5.2. Now, certainly she will go 5.2, between 5.2 and 5.7, but that's okay. But you are now a normal person. So keep that in mind. Make sure your A1C is best is go below 5.7, okay? Good. Well, thank you very much. Well, we have a lot of topic. Okay, that was another one. Is that my big problem in my sleeping? Well, I will maybe I'll do a topic on how to promote sleep to help you be understand how to better sleep is important. If you do not get your sleep right, you will gain weight. You know why? Because when you wake up, you feel tired, you're going to start drinking coffee with sugar, or you will start eating candy, snack to keep yourself awake. So a lot of people have got into that trouble. So that's a good topic. I will try to get you guys to get a little bit how to get better sleep on one of the lecture. Okay. Okay. Again, thank you for your participation. I appreciate Evelyn. Appreciate your time. And listen to our webinar. I appreciate that. And thank you again. And you are wonderful asking so many questions. And that is definitely good for you. And remember, drink Lowsutea tea will help you to lower your blood sugar, lower your cholesterol, and lower your salt. And that result, you lower your blood pressure. With that, you will be healthier. You will not get into future problem. So again, thank you again, and you take care, and we love you forever, and hold your hand in your diabetic journey and get yourself blood sugar lower. Thank you again. Take care. Bye-bye.